everyone, my name's Bevan and I'm going to show you today how I blow dry and style my hair. A little bit before I start, I'm going to show you what products I use, and I feel like I need to explain my haircut a little bit. When I had longer hair, I had shaved the side, and then I decided when I cut it off that I was going to grow this back part in, so that'll kind of be a little hole in my haircut, I guess. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to comb out my hair and I'm going to put my products in. So I'm going to use the Kenra Thickening Spray first. I kind of have like a medium texture hair, not super thick. I like to say it's thin, but it's really not, I guess, technically. But this really helps kind of plump the density of my hair and make it feel a lot more thick and full. So I'm going to spray this pretty liberally from roots to ends. I find that it doesn't get sticky or nasty or anything, so I've never felt like I've overused it. Next, I'm going to do a few sprays of this Kenra Texturizing Spray, Texturizing Mist. Sorry. Just kind of gives me some texture in my hair, so it doesn't feel, almost makes it feel like second day dirty without being greasy. So I love that. Not too much of this. And then I'm going to use the Kenra blow dry spray. This is a thermal protectant, so it's going to protect from the heat of the blow dryer. Also, it kind of has little oils in it to help the round brush slip through the hair really easy. And just a few sprays will do. Okay. So I'm going to start blow drying by, I'm just going to blow dry it till it's probably like 90% dry. That'll save me a lot of the work of all the round brushing and stuff, and it'll go by a lot quicker, trust me. So here I go. Okay, next I'm going to clip my hair into sections. That way it keeps the round brush from twisting two ways and getting stuck. So if I am really organized and neat about what I'm doing, it goes a lot quicker and a lot less messy. So I just kind of take a section on top here, kind of almost like a mohawk section back to the crown. And then I just clip it. And then I kind of take another section just beneath it. Section that. And then one more. My first round brush that I'm going to use is kind of small. I would say it's maybe like 1.5 inches. I use it because I really want to get this bottom part to flip under. So if it's too big, it's not going to work. I kind of want to give it that little scoop of a curl under there. Now, onto my favorite brush. This thing is ridiculously large, okay? I know it might seem like overkill, but what I really want to do is give my hair some volume and fullness and not really a lot of, like, curl. And again, because this is so big, it just grabs up the hair really easy and just wraps right around. So, I would say this is probably like 3 inches in diameter or so. but this is what I'm going to use to do the rest of my hair. So I've done the bottom section. So then all I have to do is let out the next clip. And then I'm ready to start. I'm just going to let down the next section and do the same thing. Notice that I'm trying to kind of keep the blow dryer blowing down. That'll kind of reduce some frizziness that you might have or flyaways by kind of blowing it down and not out and all around, because that'll give you a lot of frizz and way more volume in a bad way than you want. So also I'm kind of trying to pull it up or straight out from the head. That way as the hair is laying, it kind of goes up and out from the head rather than just super flat. Alright, now when I do this top section, I haven't really parted my hair where it's going to part, because I don't want to have a flat spot right by my part and then a round brush mark like the McDonald's arch. I want it all to kind of go straight up and out from my head. So I'm going to blow dry it straight up. If you want to stay really organized, again, one of these clips kind of helps. So I'm just going to part a section out. And then clip the rest. For me, it helps actually too if I kind of comb it out and wrap it around the round brush first. And I'm kind of pulling tight too. That'll pull any curl out from your roots. You know, there's nothing worse than having that little zigzag at your roots and then the rest looks perfect. So I'm kind of putting in there, and then I'm just turning it back so that it pulls this hair nice and tight. And while I'm here, I have a crazy cowlick in the back of my head. So cowlick, obviously, because you have a round head, is where your hair growth direction is, it grows in all different directions. So to kind of help, I mean, it looks great when I first blow dry it, but after I sleep on it, I get this part way in the back of my head. So I'm going back to my small brush because the bristles are really firm and they're really going to grab that hair. So because the hair is growing in every direction, I'm going to blow dry it in every direction. So I've already kind of blow dried it down. Now I'm going to blow dry it to my right, or sorry, my left, and then to my right, and also up. And then I'm going to finish it back down because that's the way I want it to lay. So there's the blow drying portion of it. I'm going to do really similar partings when I go and just run the flat iron through it really quick. And then we'll be done. Super easy. It's always really important before you do any kind of heat to your hair, especially the really intense heat of a blow dryer, that you have a something to like a thermal protectant. So what I'm using is Redken Iron Shape 11. I really like it, so I like the sprays. Some sprays are a little bit sticky, which is not my preference. They can kind of have a tendency to build up on the flat iron a little bit too after a while, and it's not as smooth as they were. So you do want to get a really nice flat iron. You want to get one that is going to glide through your hair really easily, and you don't want to take too big of sections, because if you do, then you're just going to go over the whole thing way too many times and you're not going to get anything done. So that's why I like to part it again like how it was. So I'm just going to spray some of this on. Just a couple sprays. And then kind of comb or brush it through. I don't have super curly hair, so I'm kind of just using the brush that I used to tease with. And then I'm just going to start and just kind of smooth out that line. And then I like to go in the back. When I do the back, make it super easy. I just kind of turn back here and round it under. And then we go to our next section. I find sometimes at the back of the hair it's easier to just not look in the mirror, or to just kind of think about where you want it to go and glide through there. The back really shouldn't need a lot of refinement because you've gotten it with your round brush, and also the rest of your hair is going to fall over it. So unless you have really, really super curly hair, the back part isn't super crucial to have really straight. Now with this top section, there's a number of ways you can do it. Kind of depends on where you're going to part. I like to spray it with my thermal protectant. Comb it through, so now I'm all ready to go. And for me, I get a really fun decision every time I do my hair. My hair really likes to part on this side, so that's typically where I part it. Or if I want to be a little more fun and edgy, I can part it over this way. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do right now. So I'm just going to start over here with this section, and I'm going to flat iron. And again, especially on top, notice that I'm not taking huge sections because I really want to just have to pass over it one time. So once you get it parted where you want to make sure that it's flipping really nice, and so you might need to go over the bottom just a tad. But I kind of like how mine is. I think I'm going to do a little bit of back combing though, just to make sure it's just a little bit fuller and it kind of stays in shape that way a little bit better. So I'm going to use this Redken Quick Tease. I really love it. You can use hairspray kind of in place, but this works a lot better. This and a proper tool will really help you back comb your hair and keep that back comb in. So I'm just going to kind of part it a little bit because I want to get some of this down at the roots. I'm just going to rub it in, make sure it's all in there good. This is a great brush. I kind of briefly showed it to you before. I love this kind of a teasing brush. It has these bristles on it that'll kind of grab the hair, and then these ones down here will really set that back comb in. The other really nice thing is when you're done back combing, it's not like a fine tooth comb or anything else. Sometimes when you go over it with a fine tooth comb, you see the little comb marks in it. This really just smooths it out so you don't see any knots or tangles, and then it's really just nice and smooth. So you just want to take up a section and then kind of take your the wrist action is kind of, you know, you want to take it and kind of scoop down. And see how well that stays in. So I'm going to do just a few more sections just to make sure that it's all one little round piece here. And notice on this side of my head where I'm kind of missing that big chunk of hair, I'm back combing a little bit farther down the strand to almost make it look layered a little bit. And then I'm going to flip it all back and just kind of comb out the top. Now I can't really see the back of my hair, but it feels pretty smooth. If I had a mirror, I could check it out, but I'm pretty sure it's okay. So there you have it. That's how I style my hair. Sometimes it's just easier to see someone struggle with it on their own so that you know, oh, it's maybe not so easy for everyone. But a few of my little tips there, hopefully that will help you to be a little bit more organized about it and to help you be able to do it on your own really quickly and easily. I hope you really enjoyed this video today. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel because there's plenty more coming.